Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about GPU mining. So on the channel we've done GPU mining for ages and recently just kind of quit it because there's not really any profitability to be had necessarily unless you're spec mining, and personally I haven't seen anything come out of the spec mining world that makes me want to mine with GPUs anymore. So right here we just obviously have the profitability list. Not many things are actually profitable. Allo is bringing in profits for all the top ones, and we kind of just seen that across the board for the past, I don't know, 6 months maybe. Allo and Zealous are up there. But in my opinion, it's kind of a losing game trying to mine on GPUs anymore. Estimated ROI time in the thousands of days, which you don't even see on ASICs necessarily. A lot of ASICs still ROI within a year, which is good. But GPUs are not going to ROI anytime soon. Even when we're looking on kind of new coins, nothing is really sticking out. We have Warthog here, which is technically not a GPU mineable coin, but we'll throw CPU / BC 250s in here as well. But just looking down here, there's not really many that I would necessarily go for. Warthog has probably been the only one that has piqued my interest over the past couple of months. You see the same thing with new coins being made and listed on mining pool stats. You know, none of them are really going for GPU mining algorithms or even CPU mining algorithms. You have a lot of ETH-hash, SHA-256, X11, script, but not a lot of them are building on GPU mining algorithms currently, and I think it's kind of a waste of time at this point to even try get into GPU mining. One thing that I do want to note to anyone that does have a lot of GPUs, and this might be a good thing coming out of it, is that AI is obviously having a massive surge right now. So that hardware will still be worth quite a lot of money because it's going to be used with AI learning and stuff like that. And it requires GPUs, powerful ones as well. So pretty much the 40 series and anything from the 7000 series AMD. As you can see here, these AMD BC250s on Warthog or even Ironfish are making pretty much no profitability, but they have been very popular for those with very low power costs because you could get them for very, very cheap quite a while ago. And that's the only thing from AMD that I'm kind of seeing in maybe the top 20 cards that we're seeing there. You do have these NVIDIA CMP 170HX, which do very well on Zealous. And I've seen a lot of videos on people mining with these on Zealous. But personally, as soon as the power cost goes above 10 cents, there's not really any incentive to start mining on GPUs. Because if you have a really low power cost, you can speculatively mine whilst also kind of being profitable. So it's good. So it's nice to be profitable whilst also kind of taking a risk. But just looking here, there's not really much we can do. You can either go for Allo or Zealous and then maybe Warthog, which is technically not even a GPU. I believe it's /CPU. I don't really know what it is. It's from a PlayStation, I think. And then when we move on to CPUs, you can see they're actually better in terms of profitability, but they cost way more. These top ones at least. But they're making relatively good profits, and a lot of them are profitable as you go down. So a lot more profitability to be had. Still wouldn't recommend getting into CPU mining. But there is a coin here, Spectre, that you can actually mine. And that has been producing good profitability. I believe it's a fork of Kaspa coin, but don't quote me on that. And when you're looking at coins you can actually mine, if you are looking for coins to mine on a GPU and you're kind of going for a spec mine play just to yield some coins, I wouldn't go for any of these right now. Allo, personally, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I might be proven wrong. These ones, this Pug Dad, no. Sky Doge, no. Who's that? Definitely not. Xano might be something in the future, so maybe a speculative play on that. Vertcoin, I would definitely say no. Ergo, same thing, it might be good in the future just because it survived these bull runs that we've had previously, and the price has tended to go up in those bull runs. So if you're trying to make a play for 5x, 10x, it might be on here. Conflux, same sort of thing. You have that speculative play on there. I believe it's only a bunch of cryptocurrencies approved in China at this point. And then as we go down, I think the only two that I would recommend is Flux and Ravencoin. So Ravencoin has been around for ages and a lot of people have been mining it. even when it's not profitable, just to yield so much more Raven coin. I think in the bull run, it's obviously going to have price appreciation. Same with Flux, we're seeing there. I think the prices are going to go up. They obviously got destroyed kind of by the Ethereum merge, same with Ergo. Plus, they also had a halving right after that. So that really tanked the profitability. I think if the halving mechanics were a little bit before or a little bit after, it kind of could have survived a little bit more. But currently, wouldn't recommend mining it. But if you want to, sure, go ahead. And then when we're looking on emissions, this is a good thing kind of to look at, because the main ones that are pumping out emissions are going to be the ones that in the future will continue to pump out emissions, hopefully. Ethereum Classic, Monero, and Ravencoin have been great for this. They've always been at the top in terms of GPU/CPU mining. Ethereum Classic being the biggest one, that is, but obviously this is mainly going based off the fact that you have ASIC miners on the network, and that is kind of propelling the price a little bit more because there's more investment into it. Allo and Cubic, I think they're just hot right now, same with Zealous, and I don't really see any of these down here apart from Conflux and Ergo that I would necessarily mine, and at this point I would just be mining for fun and there would be no profitability basically. So as we're looking here, this is on Ergo. These price to yield charts are very informative of kind of like how much you're going to yield to how much the price of the coin is, obviously, and it just kind of shows that you can yield a bunch of coins if you turn them off at the right time. We have kind of the same thing with Ravencoin as well. So you have more yield here, and then you have more price there. And I just think these coins that show this steadiness, I wouldn't really say that that's steady too much with Flux, but the steadiness between yielding and price is good over time. And all it takes is, some big company to start mining it or get into it for it to have some price appreciation. So you're basically making speculative plays on old coins if you're mining into that. One of them that I haven't seen for a while, been talked about, is dynex. I personally think that dynex isn't going anywhere either, just because it hasn't had much adoption yet, and there's substantially better cryptocurrencies out there that can do a lot more. And then last one that I would say, if you really want to get into mining right now, pick up a cheap BC250 and just mine Warthog. They got a great development team. There's no sponsorship or anything, but the development of Warthog is kind of just like fully community led, and it's not really they're going for anything. It's just a cryptocurrency. They just invented it, and I think they're just taking it whichever way the community wants to take it, basically. So that's kind of my conversation about GPU/CPU mining right now. I personally would not get into it at all. I think even with the 50 series coming out, the 50 series is going to be way too overpriced to even ROI. You might as well buy a bunch of them just to sell them onto AI learning centers or data centers that would use it for a lot more. And then maybe if you have GPUs right now, stick them on Claw AI or Near AI or Vast AI and basically let people rent out your rigs for a certain amount, because you're probably going to be more profitable on that than actually mining any of these coins. So we haven't done a GPU mining video in a while, probably because none of them are profitable right now. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, kind of what you're going to be doing, and make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this.